Hi. Um, no makeup, so this is great. But I just want to do this quick. Uh, oh, and I'm talking to this now. I think. Um, hopefully this goes well. So not let joy. Amazingly, I do try. I want to try and diversify this. But it's just So this is gonna be a thing of fate, the Winx Saga, and a running cat. Um, so I watched Winx bit like there. It went on so long I did not catch a lot of later ones when they were their giant wings and stuff. I don't know about that, but I did watch some. So I decided to try and watch this, and then midway through I decided to do this as a watching without you being able to see anything that can be watched because I don't know how to do that, and I don't know that if, how much is allowed and stuff like that. So we're not doing that. But we're gonna do this, which is me just making comments, I guess. Because there's some weirdness already, and actually I should let me do this first. So we got a dude, some crying sheep happening, um, feckin' sheep. Um, and he's counting them. And so, yay for opening with sheep death, I guess. Right? Should I already have said spoilers? Like, it's gonna be spoilers for this, at least the first episode. I don't know if I'm gonna do past that, but also if I do, I'm gonna talk about like at least from what I remember of the cartoon. It's been years, so I know some of it, but some of it's gonna be confused. So I'm unsure on some of that. Anyway, he's like, apparently, are all the sheep's mated? I don't know how this is working. Anyway, um, but yeah, he finds. We can skip past it a little bit for that. He finds mutilated sheep in a tree. Fun, I guess. It's some shiny entrails. And he's looking around. Now he walked through the barrier to get out, so that barrier comes up later. Right, he's also old man's now being attacked by a monster. um, yeah. So he walked down the barrier, so he knows about the barrier and he gets through, and it comes up in the trailer, and but it also is just something about it protects them from. Okay, she puts like right at the barrier. Dude gets pulled in. She gets just calmly while the dude is being eaten, and just whoosh, blood splatter on pristine sheep and done. So whatever. So right, so they show this. They got the whole school, which I guess looks like the one from my memory of that does look like the one in the cartoon, and it's got a big barrier around it, and now there's bloom, and I think they're doing shots to the rest of the Winx Club. I think that's what they go. So someone who I guess was Aisha and all that. Um, I wasn't. I There's a girl with headphones, and the thing is, I guess she's Musa, and I'm upset about that. Like, it's a weird race switch. Like, not. I'm just disappointed because Musa was my favorite, probably, and I don't know if it was because she was Asian or it was something else, but I did like her red sparkly outfit. But I mean, they have now cut out the token Asian out of the group, and also who turns out to be well, Flora's not there, which means there's another black girl cut out of the group as well. I mean, Aisha is now here rather than I think she got added like season 2 or 3. So cool that she's in the beginning, right? She's already part of the group because you want to set up the group quick, and she just have her not there. But why is Flora gone? replaced. With someone with similar powers. I think I don't know. It's weird. Here we got the meet cute of blonde dude who with his thing with Bloom, I think is supposed to be, well, okay, well that's it's a weird thing because okay, so I've not paused it, but there's a thing in the first series where there's Prince Sky and there's his best bud Brandon. Prince Sky is the blonde one, Brandon is the brunette, and him Sky gets with Stella because Stella's like, oh, a handsome prince, and I think she's a princess anyway, so that sort of meshes. And then there was no, wait, no, I already mixed it up. No, that's the original. Okay, so when they introduced it, it was Brandon was a brown haired guy. So I've already shown his foot. Prince Sky. It's like the brown haired dude, and so him and Stella get together, and Brandon was the blonde haired one, and him and Bloom would get together. And then it turns out, as I've already said, that it's actually switched. They're doing, I don't know, some Padme and the Handmaiden thing. I don't know, but that's the go-to for that. I feel like I could compare it to something else, but so what it is that, yeah, Prince Sky is actually the blonde one, and for some reason him and Brandon switch places, and for protection, because Prince Sky actually wanted to be like a regular dude without all the attention. I don't remember, but that's so that's like a thing, because then Stella has to go, oh well, the guy she likes isn't actually a prince, but she still does care about him. I think that's more of a status thing for her, because she is a princess and she is really into that's why she kind of wanted him in the first place, I guess. I mean, also because he's probably attractive, but because he was a prince and all that, and she had to she still wanted to be with someone who was actually lower level than her. And then Bloom has to deal with the whole thing of Sky because he has royal duties, and there's the whole thing with his family and maybe a betrothal. I don't know if that's anywhere in here. It's kind of messed up already, and I've already gone on a tangent because it's something that comes up in the middle. Okay, so here is apparently everyone but Bloom has an accent in here. So I guess because the other world that comes up. The other world is, I guess, everything in it, besides Earth, and so everyone has an accent. He's coming off a bit of a dick already. Like, I think it's supposed to be charming dick, but he's saying something about he comes out to her because she's lost, and I'm impressed with your confidence in the face of complete ignorance. Like, okay, sure. I don't know. It's a bit weird here. And then she's like, I don't need help. He's like, oh, well, I don't remember offering. I'm like, okay, then why'd you come up to her? I mean, besides flirting. And it's funny that he's like, oh, you're so presumptuous. You must be a fairy. I'm like, okay, dude, that's a way to get her attention. That's a way to. I mean, apparently it does. I mean, they seem to be attracted, and she spills out basically this backstory. Like, here's how, okay, it's been 3 months, and the 3 months is how long she's known that she's been a fairy. She never knew about the other world, because when she says I'm from California to him, he's like, oh, so you're not from the other world? Which I guess everyone is, behind this barrier, or I guess the barrier has to only be in Althea, because actually the barrier's around the school, not anywhere else. So you're telling me there's some weird bullshit happening around this college, and it's the only place they couldn't move the college. They couldn't decide, I'm going to build somewhere else. No, we're going to keep being here where things called bird ones attack people who go through the barrier. That's the perfect place, because it's apparently it's not affecting the rest of Otherworld. They're not saying that there's a barrier anywhere else. There's a barrier around the school. So actually it's weirder that they just keep sending the kids here. I mean, I guess the best place there has to be like something special in the land, right? It can't just be we just don't want to move the school. I don't know. Um, but yeah, he's like, it must be a fairy. She is does so. She has just found out, which I know in the cartoon was that too. She grew up on Earth, and Earth doesn't have fairies anymore. So, like all the other realms, all the other planets have fairies that come and all that. Either the princess or someone else. At least have one. Um, but Earth doesn't have fairies anymore, so it's actually really weird that Bloom would come from Earth and have fairy powers. That's a big deal that comes up. Um, which spoiler again, that is because she is adopted, and they found her, so she's not actually from Earth. She's just raised there. Although that's still the question of why was she on Earth? Again, no fairies are there. Why and how did a magical fairy child get to here? But anyway, that has changed here. I think or they're lying to her, which I'm again jumping. He's showing her this. Oh, fairy hall is over there. Specialist hall is here. Which in the thing, the specialist school and the the witch school, which I don't know if they have witches here, could be, but the witch school and the fairy school were all different schools. There's even a thing where each headmaster had a special thing. They had to like combine powers at one point because all the schools are connected in a way, like with either magic or prophecy or some shit. But that all happens. But here it's all one campus. So Althea is the main school. They don't just have the specialist school. What was it called? Red something for the specialist school. Anyway, and they have, oh gosh, he said the word mansplain. That's right, the word mansplain came up, and I know it's a thing, but I just, wow, just, yeah, okay, there it is. And they have the Stella is watching, and apparently there's a reason for that. Stella comes off a bit of a bitch in this, which is weird. Like Stella in the cartoon is really kind of entitled, but she is a princess, and then she has two divorcing parents, so they both kind of, that whole thing of they both kind of spoil her in their way, and then so she is used to having all the great stuff, but she's also really friendly. She is a lot into clothes and into looks and into stuff, but she was the main thing for Bloom here. She's her first friend. It's where she's already a bitch here. Like, I don't know why. Oh, and I know it's a thing. It's annoying because she's okay. Bloom is like, oh, I mean, I was waiting, but I got impatient. So she was wandering the courtyard. It's not a really big one, considering. So she's wandering the place, looking for Stella, because Stella apparently she has a text that says, "Oh, Stella, meet Stella at this place, and I guess she'll guide you." She got impatient. She's looking around. So of course, she's like, "Oh, how very American of you." I don't know why, because that's even weirder. It doesn't. The fact that Bloom is on Earth and doesn't know about fairies means it's probably still that fairies aren't really a big thing on Earth, right? Because every other realm still knows. Why didn't they just tell her? And it's already you got paid. How American are you? Like, bitch, you're not even from Earth. I mean. You're from an entire other realm, and already you're making shit comments about Americans? Like, that's weirdly specific for someone who lives in an entire another realm and they don't interact with Earth. It's very odd, and I'm just like, okay, sure. This is not the only reason I think Stella's a bitch, believe me, but I was just like, oh, we're going there already. Alright, sure. And it's just Estella phrases something very weird here. She says, keeping your world a secret from ours is rule number one for, like, because Bloom had to go to an out of the way place at a certain time to get to a portal to get to Althea, into the other world. She didn't say keeping our world a secret from yours. Like usual thing is of, oh, Earth doesn't know about magic. There's a reason for that. And so there's always secrets. She said your world. Now, I mean, in a way, she could be thinking, oh, well, Bloom's world is the other world. That's, she is a fairy. That's not how this is phrased. It's very odd. Because it sounds more like you're keeping the Earth a secret from the other world. Why? Is that what she's saying? Because then it goes into how this world is very boring. And she said that your world you think is boring. It's and like, oh, if you ever want to go out, she's got a magic ring to allow her to do portals. A gateway ring. Well, the only thing that keeps you sane in this place is the ability to leave it. So she thinks Althea is very boring, and she's so it's your world may not always be thrilling, but it beats this one. So keeping your world a secret from ours, she is thinking of Earth as, why is Earth a secret from the other world? And they never, which by the way, then they never told Bloom, I don't think, because Bloom told a random dude that she met 5 minutes ago that, by the way, I'm from not the other world, I'm from Earth. I'm specifically California. So you didn't tell her not to tell anyone, so it's not the secret. There's a lot of confusion, and maybe something was whispered there, but okay, there are 7 realms in the other world. I remember each kind of planet being called its own realm before, unless we're talking there are different planets within the realms, I'm not sure. And Earth is one, and the other world with all the other 7 realms is from where all the other ones come from. I don't know. They're they're in Solaria, according to this globe, which is an awesome globe. It is, because the water moves on it. So Solaria, because on the shows Althea is in Solaria. Now I don't remember how that was probably not it before, because a chapstick. Solaria was a different realm or different planet or whatever, because at least I think so, because Stella was princess of Solaria. She had like a sun king and a moon queen, and she's like a daughter that had powers with both, powers with light, but she could use both. She had like both symbols, mostly the sun, but I think moon was also on her staff. Anyway, she was princess of Solaria, so I mean, still could be still princess of Solarian, but I think Althea was supposed to be like separate, because tons of princesses went to this one school. It wasn't not tons of princesses. I don't remember how, because still I think it was still a big deal. But there were other princesses, like Aisha went there, and I'm pretty sure she was a princess on her realm as well. So I don't know about this. But yeah. And apparently fairies are okay. She says I saw no less than 3 people updating their Insta stories. So they have Instagram. Is it just Otherworld Instagram? Is it like special to the other world? Do they have it connected to Earth? Which again, if Earth is supposed to be the secret from, like, I don't know. I don't know. Right. She talks about she hoped to see, like, or she thought she'd see Tinkerbell. She was sad she doesn't see Winx. Headmistress says they don't have wings anymore. They did, but that transformation magic or whatever is lost. Very different already from the cartoon, because they have wings all the time. Like, they started out small and they got big and ornate and shit as it went on, but always wings, always flying. Which apparently wasn't special, because I remember the witches flying as well. Like, the specialists were the only ones that couldn't fly. So, they've already nixed wings. Oh, as we've evolved transformation magic. Wait! But the other one, every time they got a power boost, they got bigger and bigger wings and more flight. Now it's we evolved and got no wings. Oh, Tink was an air fairy. Well, you're a fire fairy. Um, Again, difference because there was. I think they showed she had fire leanings, but there was a big thing of a question on her powers for a long time because again, of she's from Earth. A lot of them have, I think, magic going to their realms. Like Aisha had the thing of water and waves, and her planet had a lot of ocean on it. Musa was from some magical realm, and Musa had magic powers. So all of them are from a realm like that, and so their powers mostly go from like where they were from, which is why she didn't have Earth powers. She was not actually from Earth, but it turns out she's like from a place that has something with this Sparks, I think it was called at one point, and it was like a weird dragon, not mascot, but that's the name. That's the word coming to my head. The mascot, the dragon. So he had like a dragon fire specific. So, but that wasn't known for a long time because it took a long time for anyone to figure out where she was actually from. Sparks was like a destroyed kingdom, so no one thought she was from there. Because also, how did she get there from? From how to get to Earth from Sparks. While the kingdom was being destroyed, there was no one to get her out. Which that's a whole thing something with her sister. I don't remember. But so Fire Fairy, she right here. There's a comment that makes you definitely think that it's not had good experiences with that fire magic. But she does know, fire. That makes sense. They're telling her to learn magic slowly but safely. For some reason, I guess as always, to like, she doesn't seem to really want to do it slow. Trust the process. She's like, slow process? Althea's graduates have ruled realms and led armies. I don't remember how much that was in. I'm pretty sure it was just like a, hey, fun school with magical girls that all had, magic powers and had transform. So I don't remember, like, a lot of them, like, with Stella, she was gonna lead her realm at some point. So I don't really think it was they learned it here and they ruled realms. They had royal lines for that. Like Stella is not. She doesn't rule because she has magic powers. She rules because her father is king, which I don't think he has magic powers. I don't remember if her mom does either. Because not everyone... There's not a lot of fairies. Fairies is still a special thing here, but still also not a surprise if someone's a fairy. It's like that. Then there's also witches, which is a different sort of magic. I don't know. But so ruled realms and led armies. They forged powerful relics and rediscovered Lolong's magic, But, so it's all very big, but... And Bloom doesn't really want to. She wants to learn to control her stuff, but she's not really in it for power. And she's like, I'm not really from the other world. I kind of just want to get control and I can go home, And Headmistress is like, you here because you knew you had no other choice. Like, I mean, true, but all right. And they're decorating the thing. Okay, I don't remember when her parents found out she was a fairy. They always knew she had some kind of magic. Apparently in this one she's lying to her parents. Oh, I'm going to a boarding school in the Alps. Not sure why. There's some weird thing with her and her mom, which is because they gotta be drama, because in the cartoon they were very, like, supportive of her. So yeah, they were very supportive. But I don't remember if they always knew she had magic or not. I think so, but not quite sure. Aisha, like, helps her when they're like, what time is it? There's lights on it. Aisha helps her with, getting past that and all that. So yeah, she's cool. I mean, she was always cool in the thing anyway. But I mean, it's good she's cool here because Stella is not, and Musa's not really that either. There's no Techna also. I mean, Techno is my favorite, but there's no Techna. Um, okay. Oh, my parents are both human, and she's a fairy. And apparently the headmistress tells her, "Hey, that's because um you have a dormant bloodline. There's a fairy somewhere in your family tree." So her parents are actually related to her now. Where before they like knew. I think no, I definitely think that she. I'm now getting a thing where she like appeared in a fire, and and the parents like got around or something. So like I think they definitely knew she had magic. Like even if she was hiding at one point, they knew. Like no, we knew this is something special. You know, because you appeared in a fire, and you know, no, you weren't burning, and there was something with that. I think. So she had the connection all that. But here they're actually related to her, at least from what the headmistress is telling her, which could or could not be the truth. But um, yeah. For I I'm not sure where this suddenly came up. There's a weird segue, but maybe it's because she says, "Oh, I'm not used to how ridiculous this is." That they should say, "Hey, what, um, you know, are you the only person who's not read Harry Potter?" Like it feels like a weird out of the blue question to me, but maybe it's because of the she said it's ridiculous, and the, but it's there's also going to be another weird segue that I don't get, but but they're saying something about the houses and stuff. Oh, you're Gryffindor, you're Ravenclaw. Okay, so here it is. Bloom is watching Stella. Stella's trying to pick out outfits. It's like, oh, I saw that it was supposed to be casual. It's like, yeah, but I'm expected to look good or whatever. Um, and she like snaps her fingers, and a light appears. I guess to give her a new light source next to the mirror. Just like, oh, what light will I be? I'm not sure. But oh, people could expect me to care how I look. So, yeah, so she makes this, and Bloom's like, "Oh, well, you that's magic. You know magic. So how do you do that?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm a mentor, not a tutor." And Bloom's like, "Oh, well, okay, well, that's sure." So I guess Estelle's like, "All right, fine. I feel good about this. This is something you'll learn in first day of class." And he talks about how emotions fuel magic, right? Which it's a basic thing, but you know, sometimes. But so good thoughts or bad thoughts, love, hatred, fear, it all goes into magic. So stronger emotion, stronger magic, basics. So Bloom like tries to make a joke. Do you hate me or fear me because you said strong emotions and you can't really love me. We just met, but you looked at me and snapped your finger. So what were you feeling when you looked at me? So here's the thing. I thought this was the weirdest segue because you were like, this is what you're going to learn on your first day, which apparently the first day is tomorrow. So also, that has nothing to do with what just happened. Like, oh, you know how to use magic. It's like, yeah, you could have just said, yeah, and you'll learn. Because it turns out Stella's a second year. I think that was originally as well, but she's a second year in a room full of freshmen. So she does know magic where they still haven't learned it yet. I don't know why that's a weird. You suddenly like, okay, now I'm going to talk about emotions linked to magic. Like, what? Why are we talking about? Like, okay, she would have learned it tomorrow, and also it feels like weird. The emotion thing is the weird segue I'm talking about here. Like, why did you suddenly bring up the emotions? And then they do this, and it's all right. She's like, oh well, I don't know you. I'm sure once I do, I'll find something to love. I'm like, wow, bitch, wow, okay. Um, and she's like, oh, this is shared space, Tara. Don't, because Tara is putting up a bunch of plants in there. There's like 5 girls. Each of them had like little bedrooms within the shared living area. Um, so putting up plants, which of course then I was like, wait, Tara, where's Flora? Flora's not here. Flora's like, oh, so sweet, and she loves flowers and animals and stuff. Basically a druid, and actually sort of like a one of my D&D characters. But anyway, well, where's Flora? I just find that's weird. And actually, Tara mentions a cousin, and she says, "Oh, my cousin Flora." And oh my, another relative's named Rose. Just a thing like, oh, because I'm Tara, the Earth Fairy who likes plants. Ha ha ha. I'm confused. Why Flora? Why not Flora? Like they not? It's just weird. They cut out Flora. They're this sounds bad if I say it. Um, I'm just like they're only allowed one black girl in the group because here's the thing. Like, I don't know. I don't know what race this new muse is. Not Asian. They took out the token Asian, but I mean, what? The replacement floor is now white, and it's weird. Like, it's a bit weird. I don't. And it's not. I mean, they didn't replace her. Well, no, I mean, they didn't like recast just Flora. They just like Flora's gone. Her cousin Tara is here, who's white, so maybe not actually related at all. Never mind. But I don't know. It's weird. The Anna Self-Set Muse is not. I don't think she's white. But I don't want to like try and figure out what it. But also, Muse is a bit standoffish. But it's fine. I think she was a bit in the beginning, anyway. Although yeah, there's no techno so there's no person with like pinkish purple hair. Just I think actually purple hair just randomly. It's like the anime thing. She's got natural purple hair, and it's fine. It's all fine. The fairy of technology. She always had like cell phones and stuff. Um. Apparently, Aisha swims twice a day, which I mean makes sense. They're all confused, but I guess because it's not actually revealed that she's a water fairy, she totally is. That they make the only oh god, the only sort of lake is the specialist thing, which no one swims there. They're like, yeah, because that kind of doesn't look like a great place to swim. So apparently specialists here there are a few girls here now, which in the show was just it was all dudes, I think. But then the fairy school and the wish school were entirely female as well. So it was like magic was definitely seemed like magic was a girl thing. Like it was when one of the big bads was a guy that had magic. That was actually weird because you don't see a lot of guys casting magic in the show. But the specialists are like they have swords and stuff. But apparently some girls are specialists, which cool. But does that mean are there any guys as like fairies and or witches if witches are a thing here? That would be good. They're using wooden swords. His friend is weird guy conversation about shagging or whatever and talk about gingers being crazy. Okay. I guess the ginger thing goes through even other realms. I don't I don't know how much connection is Earth and the world is. But apparently, the specialist dude has a father figure, and the guy that's the leader of the specialist, this leader specialist is like a father figure to this dude, the blonde one that she talked to in the beginning. No, because he's giving speeches about training. He does a little tussle with the guy to show that, oh, he's a really skilled dude. He's for both of them. Here's the thing, that leader says, oh, he is Sky. His father was Andreas Heraklion. Now, either he's lying to this group, or it's true. And if it's true, well, how long is it? Oh God, I'm sorry. It's half an hour, and I'm not half an hour into the show. I keep pausing to rant. I think my phone went off. All right, I'm gonna pause to get water, and then right, water. Yes, I've learned how to pause the video, but still not editing. So good luck. Sorry. But yeah, so I don't know if that dude is actually lying to the students, or if that's true. But that means that dude is Sky. Is there a Brandon? I don't know. But he's a legacy admission, so yay. But also he did his hard work, so look at him as a thing. I think they're doing double dutch in the background. So they all use swords and stuff. Now, in the cartoon, it was like a kind of knight in shining armor sort of deal, right? They got swords, they got shields, and armor. So there's the magical fairies, the evil witches, and the knights in shining armor. So that's the thing they were doing. So they're fighting with swords. This guy says a funny thing. So okay, so this one kid's laughing because he's like, what do we need to worry about? Because they got a barrier up. He's saying we're the first line of defense. Like, we got a fucking barrier. The barrier's there. It says to protect the school from the burned ones. Not a good name, also, by the way. If you're a fire fairy, I'm feeling there's gonna be some friction there. But anyway, oh, also, fucking Sky's friend. Yeah, let's just walk out of the barrier so I can have a smoke. You're telling me there's nowhere on campus within barrier, like right at the barrier right there? Because apparently you can be safe right next to the barrier. That sheet proved it. So it's not, so you didn't have to walk outside to fucking have a smoke. You decided to do it anyway. So that dude's an idiot. I am amazed he did not. I mean, I guess he's the best friend of like the main guy dude. So he can't die that quick. But I feel like he should have at least gotten a scratch or something. Because you decide I need to smoke and I need to be outside the barrier. But anyway, the Lido specialist is telling the story how he went out there. He was outside of the barrier. How young is this guy? It turns out it's 16 years since the last sighting of a burned one. Oh, but then, so last sighting of a burned one. That means burned ones were still around for a long time. But anyway, this when he was a kid, his fire apparently had a shotgun. That's weird to me because they're all here doing the wooden swords and knives and shit. And some dude's got a shotgun. Apparently didn't work that well. But I'm like, okay. I guess maybe it's easier to enchant a sword, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. Is there more shotguns? Are they not teaching the kids to use shotguns? Anyway, so they're like, burned ones are inhumanly fast and strong, and if they cut you, the infection that follows is swift and severe. Apparently, which I watched the light dim from my father's eyes, and he dropped the shotgun, and I knew what I had to do. It's not like he just died, but then they say that if you ever see a burned one, prey kills you, so the ones you love will not have to. Which means it is, like he said, infection, but he's not describing what happens to you after you. And actually, the thing that happens next does not help, because I don't know what infection is. It just like a zombie thing? You get turned, and that you're just gonna tackle your loved ones? I'm not sure, because that dude who's smoking does not actually get killed. What he does find is the body of the shepherd that who was chasing the sheep in the beginning of the show. There's just, oh, it's fresh, and they go and they scrape, and there's char residue. And they're like, oh no, the burned ones. What's gonna happen when the fucking fire fairy's around? And anything, are they gonna just be scared burned ones are back? Anytime she accidentally, like, not, burns a tree or something, oh my god, the burned ones? Is that what's gonna happen? Or, I mean, the forest's fine, so maybe I don't like this to people. And if she starts burning people, well, then you got a different issue. I don't think it's really a burned one issue, more of a, Bloom, why are you frying the coeds? I don't. Anyway, though it's been 16 years, someone named Rosalind was relentless. She apparently is thought to have killed all the burned ones. And, so, but apparently there are still burned ones out there, but they haven't been found in 16 years, so that's why everyone's like, oh, it's fine. And no one's seen the body, so Tara was like, maybe it's just old, because people get old and everyone dies. Now they're saying, oh yeah, that old age decapitation really sneaks up on you. I guess that has to be rumors, because that body still had a head. So I guess it's just like no one knows what's happened, so they're just running around with all that stuff. Apparently Aisha eats a lot. So when Musa says something about, oh, you weren't kidding about swimming twice a day. Because Aisha's like, oh, if I didn't swim, I'd be huge. She's eating all the food. She's got a pile of cookies. She's got a big small cookies. But there's like a little tense confrontation here. Because Musa's just revealed she pretended before that she put her headphones on. She turned around, she pretended that she couldn't hear Tara when Tara tried to talk. Because the thing is, I see myself in both of these in this argument. That's gonna happen, because Tara just keeps talking. Like, Musa is definitely trying to put on headphones. Like, okay, thank you, and definitely trying not to have a conversation. And Tara just keeps trying, and so Musa put on the headphones. Made it seem like, oh, she couldn't hear Tara anymore because she listened to music, but she just referenced something that Aisha says a few minutes in that. Wait, she said she swims twice a day, but Musa had her headphones on, which means she definitely could hear. She was just ignoring Tara. And it's just so I can see myself both, because Tara's feeling like, oh, you just want to ignore me, and I get I'm getting on your nerves. I should, you were just ignoring me, and Musa's just like, I just didn't want to talk, and I didn't. It's a me thing. Sometimes I don't want to talk, so I put on headphones, and Tara's like, well, I see that happens a lot around me, so I guess it's me. And then so Tara's like, oh, you said enough, that's fine. And it's just, the thing is, I can get that, because I think I talk a lot. I mean, this is a thing that's happening, just me talking and everything, so I get that, but also I do have that thing where sometimes you just don't want someone just keeps talking and talking, and sometimes you just don't want to do that, and you're like, okay, headphones, no, I'm so busy paying attention, so don't know. And it's not that it's a them thing. Sometimes just a sound is getting to me, like certain sounds, like just I can't, I don't have the thing to process you talking to me and having to have a conversation and think, and I can't, so I'm putting the headphones in. But also, I'm that person. So I get it, but I also understand that Tara's like, oh, I'm annoying you. That's okay. I'm an annoying. You apparently usually do it around me, so that it must be a me thing, and I'm just gonna go. And so I understand this, but then also that just because of that, it's just like, because Muse seemed very annoyed, but she's, you know, not fully said, "Hey, just leave me the fuck alone." So, well, she did make a slight comment that maybe, but then she said I'm joking. So, I guess trying to get the sting out of it. I don't know. So I kind of feel bad here. Also, like slightly more on Muse's side, just because this is like this person's like, oh, you know, I'm just gonna leave it. You know, you've said enough, and it's just like not a lot of people understand that it's not. I'm not. It's not you. It's not even your specific voice or anything. It's not. It's just I need to not have it, and you making it a thing now is just causing me to just be very anxious now because you're like, oh, well, why? Yeah, it's yeah. You just put a weird guilt on it that just annoys the crap out of me because it's just like I get that people do that to me, and I just it's not you. If you could sit quietly with me, but I can't process right now. I cannot have it, and so slightly annoyed how terrible. But the thing is, I get it, but also like for both of these, it's just so there's now that awkwardness in a thing where you have to share rooms with people. But I think especially Tara and Muse's bed seemed like they were like right across. So, but I think Tara's grown up enough. Althea. It looks like her dad works there, so I guess she's just grown up there. Like Aisha goes to her about where to get the lake, where to find a lake to swim in because she knows the place. She's grown up there. Also, okay, so some weird fairy walks into this office. She's like, I want to see the headmaster or the headmistress, and like the secretary. I don't know. He's just in front, and he's like, no, you can't just. You kind of can't just walk into the office. You have to book an appointment for that. She's busy. So, and she's like, I'll just take a water, room temp. Okay. They're like, whoa, bitch, okay? Like, dude's obviously busy. He's got like tons of paperwork around. He's digging through drawers, and you're like, I'm here to see her. I know you. Yeah, you say book an appointment. Just get me some water. Okay, that's your job, right? That is such a bitch move. Like, wow. And I mean, even the headmistress doesn't just let her, and she's like, the woman's like, oh my god, I'm Beatrix. And it's like, oh, I know it's going to make me sound really weird, but I'm such a fan, you know? And she like curses a whole bunch of times, which apparently is bad, but I also have that, which I know in front of a certain authority figures you shouldn't do it, but also have a problem with that. So she's just like, I've waited my whole life to be here. She's obsessed with this place, with its history, with your history. Like, all right. Actually, I don't know the headmistress's name. Probably going by the thing. Is it? Oh, I don't know. Was she in the field? Actually, I just already blanked. She could have been Rosalind, but probably not. She's the headmistress, so Rosalind somewhere. But I was like, all right, you want my history? All right. You could study history in the library. I got work. Close the door in her face. And she's like, yeah, because what she just came up and said, she actually didn't ask for anything. But what's weird is, what was she there for? She's like, I'm really interested in your history. Nothing else, alright. It's a weird thing to go to a person and say. Next scene has Bloom looking at a notebook, and it's doing close-ups of the notes. All the notes, for one thing, it's sparse. It's like max 10 words, if that, on here. Also, it's everything we already know. Like, I think the only thing says, fire fairy, powers equals emotion, fairy magic, love, fear, hatred. That's it! Everything you already know. Why is that? They're like, fire fairy, control, question mark? You're like, everything that you've already shown is that. So it's just like, wow, such notes that we had to get close-ups on, that you've already had spoken to us all, you know, over the course of this. So, like, great. Also, then this is like a fight with her mom. Now, the thing is, really, I don't know about, things with. She's like, you gotta get out of the house. I'm like, well, I've been out. She's telling her to go to the movies and don't go to antique stores and rummage sales. Like, so she's like, oh, it's not that I go out. You need me to. Well, okay, okay. Bloom, don't call your mom a basic bitch. It's like it's not enough. Oh, it's not enough I go out. I have to be a basic bitch like my mom was. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, that's that's the thing that just happened. Okay, never mind. I was thinking the mom was a little bit weird. Bloom went straight for that because I'm. See, here is the mom's like trying to really get her to go out, and I'm weird about that because my parents never wanted that. They were happy I wasn't going and getting, weird parties and stuff. I never had that phase, so it was just like, I mean, I don't know. So, but the mom, in response to that, which I mean, it's hard for me to tell if it's warranted because yes, your daughter just called you a basic bitch. Still shouldn't call it like, oh, better than some weird loser or some weird loner. Like, wow, that is the thing you also said to her. You called her a weird loner because she doesn't go to like, I guess the thing is, oh, she didn't go to parties okay, going to the movies should still be a thing. I don't okay, but you're like, what? Go to parties? Like, I didn't want to go to fucking parties. I mean, I think there were parties in high school. My high school thing was weird, but I didn't know that we even had a mascot until senior year. That's how disconnected I was to most of it. Like I barely was aware we had a team, and then was like, "That's our mascot. We have one." Until it visited every classroom. Anyway, which means I don't even know if we had cheerleaders. Could have. I have no idea. So the thing is, it's like, I didn't know if there were any parties. I actually don't know if I even really wanted to go into parties. So it's just like, forcing your kid to go to parties seems like, ugh, to me. Because, oh, you're weird because you didn't go to parties? Like, I fucking go. I mean, which means am I weird? Which probably, but still, I don't like it spelled out that way. Anyway, so the Bloom's like, you should take a parenting class because you just called your child a weird loner. And just. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, Bloom's Bloom's, because then the mom's like, I'm just really worried, and you get it, and then she's like, well, maybe worry about why you have so little going on in your sad life that you're obsessed with the tedious minutia of mine. Wow. And then Bloom's eyes glow with like orangey fire, I guess, in her anger. The magic is probably which, by the way, Musa, before she put the headphones on, before when like Tara was like talking to her and stuff, you see Musa's eyes glow like the reddish purplish of magic. So it's probably a magic thing. I mean, if all their things are connected like that, I mean, emotion stuff. But if Musa still has magic-y music, sound, mostly she was Musa, but she was specifically just sound power, so sound may be even more, sensitive for her. So Tara talking may actually be even a magical problem, in that way. But she slams closed that notebook with the worst notes ever. She sees the party. I was like, oh, it's a lot of people. She doesn't really want to be around all these people. But she meets, blonde dude, and like, oh, they don't have parties in California? Now I don't know if that's just because he doesn't, he's trying to show he's remembering, or California is a weird word to him. Because again, I don't know how it's relates to Delaware here. But apparently she's impressed, he remembers. He's like, where can I go that's the opposite of this? And she's wondering what's outside. And she wants to know what's beyond the barrier. He says, oh, well, depends on the rumors. Wolves, bears, something much scarier. But, oh, but no people. So, I went, perfect. You know, it's like a courtyard, right? I'm pretty sure if everyone is in this party, there's no one outside in the courtyard, which is still within the boundaries of the barrier. Tell me she's heard. You're saying she was not primed on the barrier? Like, that's not the first thing, like, by the way, don't go past this fucking barrier. Everyone else is not supposed to go behind the barrier, right? You're telling me you told this whole newbie that you did not tell her not to go beyond the damn barrier? Oh, mansplaining comes up again. She's like, oh, he's like, at the risk of, well, mansplaining. And yeah, that weird cringe is right, because, but it's dangerous outside right now. You probably shouldn't go alone. And she takes it as he's flirting and doing a pickup line and trying to offering to escort. And he's saying it wasn't a line. He says the trust me, which at least, yes, this Bloom, yes, I just met you is definitely the right thing to say. It's like, what the hell is that? Also, she just says, but maybe one day I will. Because, yeah, but... And then they have, silence and looking into each other's eyes. And then Stella calls him over. So he is Sky. He is no Sky. But, Stella's a weirdly standoffish in here. Not as friendly, again, as like in the cartoon. Also, I haven't seen you all day. Or all summer. She's been apparently not liking him and Bloom talking. He's like, I hate to make you upset. I know what happens when you get upset. And he's looking down. Whoa, what did she do? That, science being likened to like a Hulk line. That's he's kind of looking down and awkward. But and people are silent and watching. So the thing is, okay. So there's obviously some shit that happened with Cell and Sky. But in the cartoon, Sky and Stella didn't know each other. Sky was actually secretly Brandon. So did they mix Sky and Brandon together for this? They could have. Which makes this weird, because then this is probably going to be like a weird love triangle, right? If they do that, if they mix them together. Because he likes Bloom, but him and Stella had a thing. And the other one, it was just, the name on identity thing was weird, but Stella and Bloom were never dating the same dude. They were just really dating people that switch places. But I'm sure you'll do the right thing. And what? What's going on here? The right thing is what? To not be talk to Bloom, or no, whatever. Yeah. Okay, wait, it's daytime. So you're just swimming. Okay, dude, there's so much room. There's so much outdoor space. See, the fact that apparently the very even encompass this is this river that Aisha's swimming in, and she sees Bloom wandering through. There is so much outdoor space. There is so much where you could be away from people. Like, just walking that trail. Apparently she doesn't even see Aisha. Aisha's all alone in the water. There's no one in those woods. You could totally be in the freaking woods and just not be around people. But you're gonna be stupid, right? And go past the magical barrier that apparently everyone's wary of. Even if they don't really believe it, did no one warn you? Like, it's like having the entire grounds of Hogwarts and yet going, well, to truly be away from people, I need to go into the Forbidden Forest. You're like, no, you don't. No, you don't. There's so much everywhere else. But you're gonna go in there, right? I mean, that's the story. He's got to get you to that place. Also, I mean, a fire fairy talking Florence. So sure, you don't need to go past this barrier. You don't, bitch. You don't. You don't, bitch. You don't. Oh, there's cool, like rainbowy things out there. Are there magical creatures out there? Which that sounded very adorable. How far are you going past this barrier? Why are you going? Why? Oh, to practice her fucking magic, isn't it? You could have done it on the grounds. But fine, you gotta. She's like planting herself. She's gonna do some fire magic. And she can't. Because, hey, bitch, magic lessons start tomorrow. You know, you could, like, wait a day. 12 hours, maybe. It's still fun. It's actually still daylight. So, you know what? 24 hours. You waited 3 months. Can you not, like, fucking go and actually get magic lessons? You know, that's when they teach you magic? Oh my god, why do you have burned... Is that... Is that your burned room? Why do you have pictures of it on your phone? Okay. But she's using her for fuel, I think. Because that's probably the bad connotation she has with her magic, is she got lost control and burned things. Burned her room. That's probably where she's gonna have this whole control thing, but... Did the fire just go into her room from outside? Is that not her room? Is it her parents? No, her parents are alive though, but... It's going in a line. Like it went into the room from outside. Did she accidentally burn her parents' room? From like anger? Like it like went in a trail? Like it was a single trail under the door and shit. But she's got magic on her hand, so it's successful. Thinking of that event. She's dual wielding. Okay, it's not enough to dual wield. She's got to make them bigger, look kind of evil because her eyes are all red and glowing. She's like, but why? I don't know. Wait a day. I know you said you don't want the slow. Oh, and she can't put him out now. She can't put him out. I know you didn't want the slow learning, but you didn't even have reached the first day. Oh, you're setting fires to the leaves on the ground. Aisha. She's like, calm down. If you get angry with me, just go away. Bitch, calm down. You just went through all your notes composed mostly magic equals emotions. Wasn't that the only thing you know at this point? Oh, and fire's spreading because she's getting angrier. And oh, that's cool. And she like puts her hand on the ground. Water just comes freaking up from the ground and puts it out. Okay. The effects in it are cool. There's that. Okay, so everyone knows America here. She's like, oh, Bloom's apparently saying you shouldn't have been out there. Which, bitch, neither should have you. But, um, uh, she's like, she's like, is that American for sorry I almost set you on fire? Does everyone know America here? I guess. It's just, it's very weird. These people off in this other realm are just doing that. He's like, you're a runaway train. You don't know what you're doing. He's like, oh, that's why I was out there figuring it out. Magic lessons start tomorrow. You have not even had one lesson, and you decided, well, I gotta speed roll this. Like, no, you don't. You can fucking at least wait for one lesson to see what's going on. Get the basics. Oh, I'm not like rescued and grow up here. I don't have fairy parents. But apparently none of the rest. I mean, okay, Aisha does have control over her magic, but it's not to. She was surprised by Solu. She's not seeing magic on a regular basis here, so it's just not like she's seeing all of the fairies like, oh, all of them know the magic, all of them can control it, and I can't. Lessons haven't started yet. You don't see anyone using any magic, so you don't know how much control any of them have until right now with Aisha, but that is before you start to do your, oh, I don't know, so I'm gonna learn myself. So that's not a reason why she should be that can't be part of why she's doing it. It's just I don't know. I usually she flooded her entire secondary school. She failed the math test, so they don't all have like perfect control just because they know. Oh God, the septic system came up. She said she waded through human poo. So, okay, she had secondary school. Are they all on fucking Earth and just insane thing? What? They just have this automatically the same educational system? Or was she on Earth? Again, all of them have the same accent except one person, so I guess they only stay in certain parts of this of Earth to match their accent, right? I guess. So this being fairy means you have to deal with shit. Apparently, two ways to take that on Aisha's story, I guess. Talking about her thing with her mom. Her mom wants a cheerleader, but she's not really cheerleading type. Oh God, no! They're doing the slam your door, lose your door. Oh fuck, they're doing that thing. Oh, they're taking her door down. Oh, they're those kind of parents. Never mind. Oh God. Oh, which also means if she didn't have a door, the fire came out and went into a door, it has to be her parents. She almost killed her parents. Oh, she's. Oh, she's doing another thing with the fact that she called her a basic bitch. The mom's referencing it now. Every comeback is another week without your door. Oh God. I mean, dad is the one who took it down, so is he supporting that? Oh, not take away the door. Wow. Um, she got like so full of rage. Apparently, oh, the fire just sparked on the floor, did a steady trail, steady thin trail. This went down the hall under the door to the bed, lighting it. I don't remember how long it was. I just remember their screams. Oh shit! I mean, they're alive. They didn't show any scars. Okay, they got out of the bed onto the floor. Fuck. Oh shit, she was covered in third-degree burns. Yeah, that's. She started sleeping in awareness near the house because she's afraid the fire get out of control again, so she snuck out all night until the headmistress found her. And she still hid the magic from them, so they don't know it was her. They probably don't understand they don't understand why her, she probably feels like, she's probably giving all these signals that she feels responsible for, but they wouldn't get why. Um, yeah. And she said she doesn't know how distant her fairy ancestors are. Again, I mean, the way they say it, probably then, like, I don't know. But, yeah. And I just like that you drew on that amount of magic without trying. You weren't trying to do anything to your parents, it just happened. How, how is it this is power from a dormant bloodline that's just bursting forth? It seems weird. And she's like, oh, is there any chance you're adopted? I think in the show, I'm pretty sure they said, yeah, she's well, I mean, she didn't. Her flaming red hair didn't come from either of them. I don't think so. I think she knew she was adopted. I don't know if they probably didn't tell her about the whole finding her in a fire, if that's correct from my memory. But they said, I'm pretty sure they told her. Unless they didn't. Maybe they never told her she was adopted? Fuck, I don't remember. I'm now doubting. No, I've heard the story of my birth a million times. Miracle baby. I had a heart defect in the womb, but a day after I was born it was gone. Not suspicious at all. Oh, not weird at all. That's okay, no, right here. Okay. And she's like, oh, you're a changeling. No, okay, so maybe the parents don't know she was not their child. But they're bringing changelings into this. Okay, that's um, changeling is a fairy baby that switched with a human one at birth. Oh, is that gonna be brought into the story about their actual child? Because I know she was just adopted, so that wasn't a thing that I had to deal with. They deal with later. She discovers she has a sister, but that's from the other thing. But this would be you'd have to actually deal with a human child who is your parents' actual child, and I mean, unless they died earlier, that's gonna. Oh, there's where some drama is right there. It's barbaric and it barely even happens anymore. Oh, you're clearly very powerful. It's pure blooded. I would know if my parents are my parents. I no. A lot of adopted kids that don't know that they're not blood related because it's not how that works. You don't just have you just and someone's like doesn't believe. Why'd you ever say that? Oh, but someone's been lying to her, and flashes right to dialogue like, yeah, because she's if that's a thing that just any of the other people at this school would just be able to know, yeah, changelings are a thing. That story sounds like it would be a changeling, and fucking Dowling would know. And but decided to tell it was the dormant bloodline. And I'm gonna guess Fire Fairy is definitely related to these fucking burn one things. And I want that tea set because that is very pretty. I don't drink tea, but oh, the shiny gold. Dramatic. Close the door. Hand wave. And a secret bookcase. Which fair. I would definitely have that in office if I could. Uh, okay. Smoker dude takes out a flask. He's apparently a guy that laughed about we're kids. Why, we got the barrier. We don't need anything. And he's, I guess, wants some alcohol. Tara's getting involved. He's just a nerd disguise and she's just three people in disguise? What kind of weird comment is that? Oh, is it a size thing? I thought it was more of a magic thing. Never mind. He's just being that kind of asshole. I thought I'm looking too deep. Oh. Oh, she's going to a thing. Oh. Oh, her eyes are glowing green. Yes. Wrapping vines. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Talking shit about the Earth Fairy next to some vines. There you go, man. Maybe not the throat, though. Killing a dude on campus is not going to look good for you. Riv! Oh no, Riv! Oh fuck, I remember Riven. Oh, of course he's Riven. Okay, she's making some thing which I just cut off, but it's definitely a like. Oh, what you have something to say? It's kind of like that Loki thing where Thor's gone. Is like, I'm listening. So she's choking him while saying, "What? Come on, say it. I'm sure it's funny. Just say it." But I can't. So like, yeah, I'm sure it's really funny. I can't quite hear it. So, which does look badass, but also, please don't kill someone on campus. That's just like, Anyway, but fucking Riven. Okay, for one thing, what's hilarious is that I didn't know until somewhat recently that I've already forgotten his name. But from Sam Critical Role, yeah, he voiced Riven. So Riven's the bad boy with the natural magenta hair. I think it's natural. I don't know. It's never questioned that he dyed it, so I think natural. And a lot of the people here have weird hair, so it could be. Um, yeah, he's supposed to be the bad boy, the brooding one. Always got no sleeves. His hair is like full up, okay, like gravity defying. I'm pretty sure that I think he goes with Musa at one point. I think they break up, but he's with like a witch. Although that was fucking consent issues all there because she like mind controls him around, but it was um like to be his to be um the girlfriend of one of the witches. She's like, well, mostly not really. He doesn't really want a boyfriend. She just wants like a tag along, someone she could say, oh, he's mine, and also because Musa likes him, so take him away from one of the fairies. Fucking, this is Riven. I mean, Riven was kind of cool, at least. He wasn't into. I mean, again, kids cartoon. He wasn't into like drugs and alcohol and let's try and peer pressure the kids into drinking. It was just brooding and I'm too good for this and stay away from me. But fuck, this is Riven. This is Riven. Who's this pseudo that they're supposed to be? Is that my head's saying Timmy? I don't think his name was Timmy. It was some guy with glasses, one with Techno, but Techno's not here, so what are the other guys' names? I think it was just Brandon, Sky, Riven, and Timmy or not Timmy. They of course had to have the nerdy guy with the glasses go with the nerdy girl with all the tech, so that was that deal. But fuck, this is Riven. I don't know why this is a shock to me. I've gone off like this. This little douchebag is alright. We'll go choke out Riven Terror, I guess. Okay, good. Release him quick. She didn't just hold. Oh, you could have killed me, you freak. Like, yeah, she just released you. Don't make her grab you again. She's saying missed you too? I guess they know each other a lot from that. So it's gonna be a Terra Riven thing? Although if they brought Aisha back early, it could be there was some other dude, but they had for Flora. It could be this dude. I don't know. I don't remember his name either. Oh, well, Tara's at least befriending that dude who Riven tried to get to drink. Apparently, serve orange juice at these parties. That wasn't. Didn't have a. Oh, she okay. When and she's on her phone looking up changelings. Horror of the fairy babies. God damn it! That lamp. It's a nice stained glass one. Oh, Stella's here. What is this framing? Oh, Stella doing that. Oh, I'm so kind. It's no shame in wanting to go home. To get her to fucking go home and then leave your dude alone. That's the usual thing. I hope that's not it. I hope it's not so weird. Stella was nice. Why is Stella being weird? Oh my god, yeah, Stella uses the little light thing for lighting her selfies. Oh. Muse is a mind fairy? Because she apparently can tell that she's like, your face is so calm, but you're racked with guilt. And her eyes glowed before that. She could tell. So, So Zilla does feel guilty about this. Why is she being this way then? What's your connection? Memory, thoughts? I guess feelings? But is it like. Oh! Okay, so it is a. It is probably that. It's like, oh, I started talking to Sky. Yeah? You know what happened to the last person who was talking to Sky? So fucking Stella did some shit to the last person who was probably like getting up in his grill. Great. Bitch, what'd you do? Oh, that's right. She's got a gateway ring. She lent her the ring to go home. Earth is the first world. Oh fuck. Okay. That's right. So, because if she's a changeling, the fairies have contact regularly there to just switch them out. The first world. There's an old cemetery outside the barrier, and the gate, and there's a gateway there that you can just use the ring at. So I guess the ring can't make portals anywhere. It's got to be to gateways that are already there. You just also, even if there's a gateway, you have to have special magical items to get through, like this ring. Deep in the forest, yeah. Stella, why? Just because she was fucking talking to Sky? So they fucking fused. I'm not happy with this fusion of the dudes. Okay. Seems she got back to Earth. Toya, twice in one day because again, it's fucking one day that you've been here. So she's outside the house making the call, watching them through the window like a creeper. 16! God damn it. I thought they sort of moved it to college like they do some of these. No, she's 16. Okay. Oh, oh, the one where did have burns all along her arm. Those look, I mean, really good for third-degree burns, but still, oh. Hmm. Nice. Hmm. Mom can't see through that window. Sure. Okay. Well, it's facing them. Alright, but whatever. I know you're not looking. That's brighter for us than maybe it's dark for them, but still. Is that gate? Okay, so she's going back to the gateway. Does it work going back? Who knows what went through with you? Okay, no, she's exploring the other side. It's like a garage or something. Um, an auto place. Abandoned, I guess. Oh no, there's electricity and lights going through there. It's not abandoned, maybe. Or, I mean, it could be, but it's like... But at least there's no one there now. Oh, she's got her notebook open. What the hell is happening to me? Pyrokinesis, mutation, superpowers, fireproof. She doesn't know she's fireproof. Oh no, she does. Candles equals no burns. Camping stove, no burns. Blowtorch, no burns. She went in 2 days. She went from candles to camping stove, and then another 2 days, blowtorch. She blowtorch her hand. I mean, not as bad as like. I think there was a. What's the? I don't remember what the show was called now. Heroes. When cheerleader put her hand in the garbage disposal, turned it on, and and then it healed. Not as bad as that. That's a whole fucking ass hand. Still, blowtorch is not okay. So how resistance to fire? Skin mutation? Question mark. Sun heat repellent. Resistance to no burn marks. Heat questions. Resistance to heat, I think, and the no burn marks is it's written weird. Powers. Greek philosophy class. Something as one of classifies fire as one of the most important 4 fundamental elements tied to position and power. It's all blurry. Something about soul. External something for blank. Soul of pure fire. There's weird noises in the garage, apparently. And you're gonna go look for it, right? Like a horror movie. Oh, no. Oh, fuck. She looks through blinds, sees a fucking creature standing there, and, drops the ring into a grate. God, who knows where the fuck that? You gotta dig for that now. Fuck. Come on. Oh, no, jump scared. Yeah, it punched the fucking glass. It's weird. Oh. Yes, there's the ring. Go get the ring. This is like a sci-fi shit, or I mean, I know it's actually fantasy because but it's the whole thing of that is usually in a sci. Oh crap! She reached through great. She doesn't have arm reach, and the thing's on the other side. Did she somehow get the ring? I couldn't fucking tell. Or because the guy thing would have had to kick it to her. Oh, and well, there's headmistress saying, "Don't stop, go fucking through the door." You see her go like, and guy falls back. She's never heard of a burned one. Did no one proper? No one say anything. It's like, oh, we all know this. Oh, you went out to bury her? Yeah. You know one of the reasons it's dangerous? No? Well, we're not going to tell you. She didn't. If you already know she's outside the barrier, you didn't question, hey, do you know the fucking burned ones are out there? God damn it. Oh, no, she did not have the ring. It has the ring. Which, I mean, hopefully Headmistress can fight her for it. But if not, fuck. Stella, why are you on the dude's bed? He just, I guess, came from a shower. Of course, she's on the bed. That is a sparkly top. And she's touching. Oh, leave where the sun comes up. Oh. Already. But you broke up with him! Of course, but you still kind of don't want anyone else with him, right? Wait, you broke up with him. Didn't say shit to him all summer. And he talks to someone, you're like, so you want to sleep together now, or... Uh, oh, yeah, surprise. Yeah, she admits she got jealous. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, something really stupid, yeah. She's like about to cry. I can't sleep in a room where everyone hates me. It's like, yeah, deservedly. Oh, you look like such, yeah, victim thing. But, and you talk to him and, oh, they're gonna think I'm a monster. Fuck. Oh, why did they make Stella a bitch? I wanna sleep next to someone who doesn't hate me. And you're gonna kiss her, right? Because it is. Because if she broke up with you, you still have feelings there. You're better than you think you are. I don't know. I haven't seen why she's a good person yet. She apparently feels guilt. On the word of Musa, who's apparently Mind Fairy now. But I don't. I haven't seen her be a good person yet. So. They're all coming single file into the living area. Don't know why. They all gotta be separate. I thought they walked together to this place, but apparently they gotta have their social distancing here without, you know, anything. So I guess fine. I guess they told her what a burned one is off screen. Don't want to tell the rest of us. She won't leave it in the first world. And oh, Ribbon is here with Beatrix. She's not gonna be like Dust. Not Dusty. Was it Dusty? No. Was her name Dusty? Was Icy? Fuck, I don't remember their names anymore. I don't think it was Dusty. But it's all I got. She is on with Ribbon though. Snorting the midnight Adderall. Apparently they're all teenagers here, so was this what teenagers talked about? I know. Offering the cigarette, but oh, hi, honey. And he's breathing it into her mouth, so I guess it's probably weed then, not cigarette. It fucking looks like a cigarette. Oh, that's nice. Got her, Sarah brings out a speaker, apparently got from her brother, says, got me to take off the headphones. It was like, we don't have to talk, but you can be in your world, but you don't have to be alone in it. Is there music actually playing? Can't tell. That's nice. I think Misa's gonna try either explain or go for it. Oh, she's an empath. So she's feeling everything from everyone, and that is usually, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Everything is usually a bit much. It's not usually a thing you turn off. Um, I'm talking magically, but yeah. She knows everything Tara's feeling. She's trying to block it all out. So she uses the headphones so she just focuses on herself. So you can take a break. Oh, I think she's then uses the that was a quick connection to that speaker. But she starts playing it says indie music, so that's the background music now. She okay, so Dowling changed that fucking burn thing. She says outside the barrier in a barn. Well, everyone just going outside the barrier. That's gonna be found quick. Oh, you should have killed it. Yeah, yeah, possibly. Well, depending on what the burned ones are. But if you are that wary of it attacking and killing people, why did you change it up in a barn? I'm not sure. Okay, she's not infected. I got oil from Zanbek flowers, so I guess some special oil? Oh, fucking, they dosed it. Okay, fair. So it is. Oh god, what was her. Is that the same name? Fair? Not Dowling. I don't think Dowling was the last name in the cartoon, but Farah something does sound like it. Familiar. She wants to get in its head to know if it's an isolated incident. Okay, well, yeah, it's been 16 years since the last sighting, so, and suddenly they're here, so I guess. Are they just monsters, or I guess she thinks they have some sort of consciousness that they're trying to figure out about. And yeah, Bloom was brought here directly because she said, I found a changeling in the first world. So, are they connected to changelings? I know they said changelings doesn't happen really anymore, but is it because of that? Haven't heard of one of those in centuries, and yet here she is. Left 16 years ago. Yeah, so around the time that, oh, well, we found a lot, they're not appearing anymore, and then at the same time, a baby, same age, is found. So, yeah, okay. Again, Burn was to appear, and then a fairy is switched out. Apparently, whoever this Rosalind is has been hiding shit from everyone. So anything she knew, she didn't tell anyone. What is this guy's name? The dude that Riven gave alcohol to is now texting Tara. That's sweet, but who is he? While checking out Riven's Instagram. Watching shirtless, like shirtless pictures of. I did get that vibe. And Riven put his arm around and was like, oh, getting to drink. I did get that vibe, but like shirtless pictures. Oh man, Riven's an asshole. Could you find a better guy? Dane. Okay, his name is Dane because Riven got a fucking notification, as you do when people like your photos. I think he shares a room with Sky. Oh, yep. There's Sky and Stella again. In the bed. So she can't be burned. Can she transform into a burned one? Or is it not? Okay. Hooded person walking through the barrier. Now, who are you? No one watches this barrier. No one just fucking walks through all the time, huh? Maybe, is it downlink to the burned one? Because they just went right into the barn. So hopefully it's fucking downlink. Using electricity powers. She's like force lightning this thing. Not downlink, probably. Beatrix. Morning sunshine? Oh, bitch. Alright. Probably gonna watch more of this. Aren't I? This is what I'm gonna do. Oh my. Oh god. Okay, I'm stopping for. Because this is almost 2 hours long and I gotta stop because I went on rants and. Oh, dear lord. I'm very actually gonna watch this. Because this is some bullshit right here. Oh, I'm not even showing you anything. Okay. Hopefully the next one will be shorter if I do the next one because it's who the fuck knows? Oh my god, okay. So there's some bullshit happening. Is she we don't know what the fucking even happened with these burned ones, right? Like why they're a thing. They're apparently so bad that this entire barrier to keep them up, which no security is on it, but this entire barrier to keep up. And oh god. And then they have Bloom as a changeling, so and it's somewhat related to this burn thing because the last one was seen, and then she was born around the same time as the last one was seen. Whoever this Rosalind is, who's apparently supposedly killed all the burnt ones, kept shit from everyone. So who knows what the hell's happening there? Is it like her baby? What? It's not happened in hundreds of years. So, God, lots of questions. Also, again, it's the first world, so everyone's gotta take in Americans, and it's not. I feel like it's a new thing, but I'm wondering how it makes less sense with this whole fairy thing, like with the other world and all that. I don't understand why. And I'm really, like I said, I'm not a fan of this whole mixing the Brandon Sky thing because now the whole thing is, it's now a love triangle because now they got Bloom, and it's not the fact that Stella, who is a princess and is kind of spoiled and has all this stuff, and then she falls in love with, oh, he's a prince, and then it turns out he's not, and she's got to deal with, well, she's dating someone of lower, and because I think that comes up sometimes where Brand feels weird about being with her at some points because she's used to all this stuff and he can't provide that. He's just best friend to a prince, but he doesn't actually have a position. So is that, and then there was a whole thing with, oh, Stella's kind of like, oh, what was her name? Vesper something. She was Prince Sky's betrothed. So I think she's Diaspora. She's is betrothed, and so the thing is, they have to go on a thing of how Sky will get out of that because he's apparently betrothed to this woman and or this girl because they're all whatever. But the fact that he's in love with Bloom, who's at least for the time they had is not a princess, so she is not of the same thing as him, and so she, they have to do that. Then it turns out like she is a princess, so I forget if that's. I think they probably clear up the fact that they could be together first, and then they go, "But by the way, you're a princess," because that sounds like a thing that would happen in this cartoon. So they probably do that, but because also she's princess of a world that doesn't exist anymore. I think I don't remember if they did more with Sparks later, but at least originally she's like the last living person from that planet. So she's princess. She is a princess, but her kingdom is gone. So um, I guess I'm just extending this to the full 2 hour mark. So I guess we'll see how that works out. Fucking Riven is a. Oh, so I guess he's getting with Dane now. Now, I mean, I don't see this Musa like Musa in the show was like very. She was all shy and blushy around him and wanted the bad boy, but here he was a bad boy in the well, fucking Edward Cullen kind of broodiness. I don't know if he had a reason for being broody. I forget, but um, yeah. So he was more like that because they weren't going to do the drugs and alcohol thing in the cartoon, which they are doing now, and that's so fucking right. I guess they're doing a thing with him and Dave, which I was like, oh, it's like a nice new thing with Tara, but I think Dean's like shirtless photos of well, this dude. Oh well, I guess that's a development. And they have the thing is, then they had Riven like breathe weed smoke into Beatrix's mouth, like with like this much between them. So I guess there's that their love triangle, which I'm so tired of those. Like it's annoying. I really just want. I mean, I guess that's why I read fan fiction on couple. Just like, here's the happy story because it's just the love triangles annoy the crap out of me after a while. I can't. We just there's enough drama with all the other stuff. Can we just leave the entanglements alone? But whatever. So, yeah. Say hi to Baby Yoda for a bit. And then I'll cut this off now. Upload it entirely, but actually I'm not gonna watch this. I like when I do the other video. I watch it. Not I don't watch it, but I have the thing open for the camera so I can kind of see how I look, at least going through it as I go. So, and then I show the stuff. Well, I'm watching Netflix on the side, so I really can't see it. So I don't know how I looked on some of this when I'm just staring at the screen. And looking at it's just gonna cause me stress, so I'll just post it, I guess. So, this is the yeah. All right, I gotta stop this now. Oh, almost 2 hours. I'm so sorry, Abby.